Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Katie and today I'm going to do a little bit different of a video. I'm going to do kind of like a net worth, where I am in my financial journey, just update you on a whole bunch of things that's going on. So um, usually, I do my paycheck breakdowns to show you where I'm putting my money each paycheck, and I haven't really shown you like an update of my savings, because anything that I have sizable, just like little things here and there, I am adding towards savings and going through Dave Ramsey's baby steps. I'm currently on 4, 5, and 6, steps 4, 5, and 6. I'll go through those. And then I'm also going to update you on, so this year for 2025, I did get a decent tax return, a refund, I mean. So I had money from federal and state come in, and I allocated that out to a ton of different things. So I want to walk you through and just show you like what I ended up doing with that to help build up or to keep me going on these baby steps. So let's go into the baby steps in general. Some of you may have heard Dave Ramsey. Not everyone's a supporter. There are a lot of supporters. I really like the structure that he sets up to get a regular paycheck paying employee person to financial freedom. There are several people out there. I know Robert Kiyosaki is another one. I love him too. I'm getting more into what he suggests, but for the most part, I'm following Dave Ramsey's 7 baby steps for my own financial freedom. So his baby steps are to, 1, save a starter emergency fund, which I did. That one's probably, he says that one's like the easiest and could be the hardest for some people. So depending on your financial situation, you may already have $1,000. Some people struggle to save and are really living paycheck to paycheck, and it may take them a few months to save up $1,000. So, but regardless, if you just have something, it's not a whole lot for an emergency, but it will keep away the little emergencies that come along the way while you're trying to build up your net worth. So I did that. When I first started my journey, I had $1,000, so that one was very easy for me. Anything in additional to that, he says, just throw it to all your debt. Get rid of all your consumer debt. Don't pay attention to your mortgage right now, because that's the biggest hurdle and probably the hardest one to pay off for most of us. So start with all the consumer ones, the little debt you put on your credit card because you couldn't pay cash for it, your student loans, your car loans. Get it out of your life. All those payments are eating up your money because of the interest. All these loans you have to pay interest on top of, and it's getting ridiculous. So we've had enough of that, and we paid it all off. So get it out of our lives. I had a couple of loans, student loan, car loan, like usual. Right when I got out of college, I started paying those off. After I paid those off, got another car, paid that off, went on vacation, put it on my credit card because I didn't have money for it. So we're done with that. I paid that off. I was done by 2022, and it was about $62,000, almost $62,500. So it feels so good to not have to have all those payments, but it was, it was hard. But like, you pay off, he says you pay off the smallest one, and then once you pay off your smallest debt, you add all that payment to the next smallest debt, and it just snowballs into a bigger and bigger pile, and it gets out of your life faster. So we're done with that. Then the next step is a fully funded emergency fund. So now you had your $1,000 to protect you while you were getting out of debt, and now all that debt payment, the $500 towards your car, the $200 or $300 you're putting to your student loan, the whatever you're paying off, that monthly payment. So it's like, could be like $800 a month. You could be putting that towards your savings and building up your emergency fund. So once you get out of debt, it's going to feel so good, and then you build up your emergency fund so fast. So get 3 to 6 months of your expenses. So I had 3 to 4 months for a while, and then probably this past year, probably 2 years, I've been building it up to 6 months. So I'm proud to say that I now have 6 months of an emergency fund. If anything happens, if I lose my job, God willing, that never happens, or things happen, we will have the money to, at least for a few months, to try to get back on track and to not have to use that. So 6 months of emergency fund, that's good. Now step 4 is invest 15% of your income into retirement. So I have a 401k through work. I also have an IRA. So I'm putting percentage of that towards my retirement. Currently, I think it's like 12%, 12-13% that I'm putting towards. So that comes out of my paycheck every 2 weeks. So that is like set. And then in addition, sorry, my computer is not plugged in and it was dying. So, where are we? Step 4, yes. So I have it go to my retirement, and then I also have a brokerage account opened up that I'm investing some stocks in. It's not a whole bunch of money, but I am just starting. I get some, dividend payments, and I just roll it over, and the compound interest just builds. So between that and my retirement accounts, I am doing, it was at $100 a month for my stock. So I am currently doing 13%. It's not exactly 15, but I do want to put this to $200 when I can. So for the most part, for next month, the month of May, I will hopefully be able to put $200 into that, and then that will make up my 15%. It will actually be 16%. So that I realize is good. And one of my main goals this year was to get serious about investing my 15%. So now that will be taken care of. And then step 5 is save for your kids' college. So now this one is also hard, you have to find money throughout the month to put towards your kids' college. It's really tempting to want to just go spend, now that you're out of debt and you have your emergency fund, you just want to go spend it on things. But I'm a strong proponent of, we don't need things. We don't have room for all these things. So any extra money that I have, I would gladly put towards Scarlett's education fund. She may not go to college when she gets older, but that money will be there for her for whatever she chooses to do with it. Maybe she wants to buy a house, whatever. That will be her choice, but this is a savings account for her. It's in a high yield savings account, so it will also be getting interest. So my plan is to, as long as I can, I've been putting the child tax credit refund that I get for my taxes into an account for her. So I just act like it's her money. I get it because because we birthed her, so she can have that money. And so if I do that for, I don't know, however many years I can do that, it will be about $36,000 by the time she's 18. Plus, she'll be getting the interest from the high yield account, And then any birthday money she has, she's only a year and a half right now, so she doesn't need a whole lot. She's got everything she needs. She's gonna go through crazy growth spurts and probably need some money, like more often than not, like when she goes through a growth spurt. But for now, she's good. So, and I'm saving money through my paychecks for her too. So this will work for now. Anything in addition to that, maybe I'll throw it into her savings account. But I think this is a good enough start. She'll have a sizable amount by the time she's 18, ready to go to college if she decides to. And you'll see I did transfer $2,000 this year into her account. So she's set for this year. I'm not going to worry about adding in too much extra to her account. Now, baby step 6, which I am currently on now, is to pay off your mortgage. I think Dave Ramsey says on average people pay their mortgages off in 10 years. I mean, it depends on how hardcore and gazelle intense you get, but I've been in this house for 3 years now, and I probably only paid off an additional, I don't know, like $600-800 to my principal. So I've really not been very good. But in the last year and a half, we had a kid, so I was focusing on that. Before her, I could have thrown some money to a mortgage, but we were still kind of, I just want to make sure like our finances are good and we can afford everything and whatnot. So I was just, not ready to throw everything I could possibly put towards a mortgage. But now I'm ready. So I don't know exactly how much I want to put towards it each month. I know this month for April, it is going to be a good amount. So I can't base it off of this month because this month was just a really good month for saving, and not every month's going to be like that. But on average, I have at least, I would say $200, maybe $300 at the end of the month that I have left over after my, once my budget is done. So I would like to say that every month I can add $200 to my mortgage payment. So currently I am, hold on, let me see how much I have left over in my mortgage. Okay, so currently we have about $278,600 left to pay. So, also, if you know, I live with my partner, my mom lives with me, and my brother lives with me, so we split the mortgage, and we all usually pay about $800. So if I do $800 is my usual, and then I would like to put a $200 additional. And now this isn't towards the principal. This is $800 is like for everything. It's for the mortgage, the taxes, all the utilities, all the this, that, like total. So this is not going straight to, principal payment. So $800 is just like our monthly, and then $200 I would like to add additional. So I will be paying $1,000. I will be paying $1,000 towards my monthly mortgage. Now that's only $200 additional towards my principal, but it's better than nothing, right? So, I mean, some of these months, if I do really well and I have like $500 extra, I'll throw that towards my principal. But I think I'm pretty confident I can put, I'm not confident about 200, but I'm pretty confident I can put at least 100. I'm really going to try to put $200 additional to the principal, and I would like to see how quickly I can pay that off. I do have a whole spreadsheet full of like every time I make a payment how much, you know, the balance is, and then it calculates down and it'll let me know what year, what month and year I will end up paying off the mortgage. So we'll see. Right now it's a very, very long time until we pay off that mortgage. So if I could help add to reduce that number, then that would be awesome. But anyway, and baby step 7 is just to build wealth and give generously. So we are almost there. I'm really excited. You know, the mortgage one is probably going to take the longest, but I will keep you guys updated on that. So that is the baby steps, and that's where I am in them. Now I want to show you how I broke up my tax refund. Trying to figure out how I want to do this. Well, as an update to like my paycheck breakdown, I could do it off to the side over here, and then like the difference that I have, I can add to my income or whatnot. So, all right, let's do it over here. So I actually got back $51.61 for federal, and I got back $5.44 from state. So it's an additional $57.05. So the first thing I did was I took $2,000 and I put it towards Scarlett's savings, her education savings. All right, and so I'm just gonna go on to, just gonna go double check that that went in for her. Okay. All right, yes, so that was good. That went in. Then the next thing I did was I paid off the remainder of a dentist bill that we had. Zach needed to get some work done and insurance didn't cover it, so we had a huge bill. We've been paying it off. You probably heard me say I've been putting money towards medical every month, and now that's finally done. So that was paid. Then on top of medical, I also had a specialist that I see for my hip, so that wasn't all covered by insurance because it's a specialty doctor, so went in and paid that. So that was like officially, if you want to say medical debt, officially all the debt was gone again. But medical debt is a little bit different. I mean, they don't charge you interest for it, and like we kind of just pay off when we can. But yeah, I don't know. I know it is debt, but we're gonna keep having things come up like that all the time. So if you want to consider us like going into debt and then paying it off like a month or two, then so be it. But it's not going to derail the progress that I'm making on my baby steps. So that is paid off. Now we also have a pool, and we have to get a new pool pump. So $300 there. Then, oh, and we had cell phones. that we needed to pay off. Again, like, you can consider that debt, but we were making our monthly payments. Zach was mostly making the payments on that one. I would give him money for it, but to help pay off our phones completely, which he just did like a little while ago, and I'm giving him more money towards that. So cell phones are paid off. Again, you can consider that debt, but I mean, it's a cell phone. They usually only do like monthly payment plans for you, but it is what it is. I'm not really going to consider that debt because, again, it's not going to derail the progress I'm making towards my baby steps. So I'm not going to like cut back on my investing just to pay that off. Like, it's just, it is what it is. So it might be a little like non-traditional way of doing it, but it works for me. So then, the next thing I did was I added $430 to my emergency fund, and I'm just gonna go check that account. So like I said, I was building my emergency fund up to 6 months of expenses, and I wanted to just get that done with, so I transferred $430. Yep. Okay, so that went in, and so all the online savings were good. Yeah. Okay, so now the last thing was I'm super excited about is $1,000 I'm going to put towards my home, my mortgage. Okay, so I haven't made the April payment yet. It is currently the 20th. So I will be getting the bill for that soon. I'm going to add $1,000 to my principal. So excited about that on top of, our regular payment. And that will be the biggest amount that I've paid so far. The last 2 years, I think I did, like last year, I think I only did $300. The year before that, I think I only did like $500 or $600 towards the principal. So, my new financial goal for the rest of 2025 is to put as much towards my mortgage as possible. So, $1,000 is a great start. It's April, so hopefully I can do that. Not $1,000, but hopefully I can do a few extra payments for the rest of the year and start making progress on that. Now, so the total of all that so far is $48.28. So we have $876 left over, and I was thinking of adding it to my stocks. Like I could add it towards mortgage, but I'm happy with $1,000 towards that. So I'm kind of debating putting it, either leaving it in my checking account to one, make up for a large car payment that I had to make, or two, putting it towards stocks and increasing that. A large part of my stock portfolio is dividend stocks, so if I put $800 towards some extra stocks, then that will just increase my dividend payments, and I would really like the sound of that. So I am going to transfer that into my brokerage account, and I'm only gonna do, should I do 800? Or do like 850 and then be left with like $26 left over. I'm gonna do the 850. Why not? I don't need the extra $50. So as a kind of an update towards my paycheck breakdown, I'm gonna add $26.52. So I have $30 left over from my paycheck breakdown, but so I'll update that when I do my next cash stuffing. But yeah, so that's what I did all this, and I just checked it, everything cleared. I transferred the mortgage into a account that I pay the mortgage from, so that's in there. And so the last thing I'm gonna do, and I'll do it on screen. Well, I won't show you guys, but I will go in right now. And make that transfer. Alright, and it says I have $950 in there. So I did the $850 from that, and then I added the $100 I usually do every month for investing. So I did a total of $950 just so it's all taken care of, and later on I'll go in and I'll buy some stocks. So that is it for my tax refund. So we paid off a lot of stuff. We caught up on a lot of payments. Now I don't expect to get a refund like this every year. I know it was pretty large, and I'm gonna go in and fix like my deductions and make sure I've like less taken out, because to the point of like my tax person, like that is money that I could have had throughout the year. So if I could take like $200 a month and put it towards my mortgage, I'd rather do that than do it like a once. I'd rather do it like over the course of a few months, rather than just like once a year. I don't know if it really makes a difference about when, because we have like a fixed rate, but also for stocks, like, I mean, it's good to do like $850 like a one-time thing, but depending on the market, you know, maybe I could have been doing $200 a month instead of $100 a month for the last few months, to help like grow the compounding interest and stuff like that. So I mean, I don't know, it is what it is. But so I think I'm gonna go fix that so I don't have so much taxes taken out. And yeah, so that's how the tax breakdown went. The other thing I wanted to update you guys on, and I could go and count it, but I wanted to update you on like what I have in my dollar jar. I put all the extra $1 bills towards, and then show you, I know I showed it before, I've been putting coins in a coin jar, so I don't have time to count all that right now for you, but maybe in a later video I can count that up and let you know how much money is in it. I could count the dollars for you if you want. Alright. Oh. Okay. If you could see, this is a 2.5 gallon jar, and we've been putting our coins into it. It's pretty heavy, but I would like to go through and count all that up and see how much is in it. Maybe I'll do that. We'll see. Then in this old water jug, we have all of our singles that we've been putting towards it. Occasionally a $5 bill or a $10 bill if I have it. But I'm going to go through and count this up real quick, just to let you know how much is in it. Okay, I just went through and we have $245. Pretty good. So we're going to keep saving. I don't know what we're saving towards, but yeah. So that's the update on that. What else can I update you guys on? I was thinking of doing like a net worth update, but I don't want to do that. I mean, you saw I am putting money into my savings for retirement, and I have a house, but I have a mortgage, so I'm not really going to count that. So I'm not going to do the net worth part of it, but as you can see, we are well on our way to financial freedom and being able to build wealth and give. And I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you'll let me know how you guys are doing on your financial journey. Are you stuck on certain, like, if you don't follow the baby steps, like, are you trying to get out of debt and stuck on it? Like, everybody's goal may be to get out of debt. You may not want to get out of debt. Do you follow Dave Ramsey's baby steps? Do you follow, like, Robert Kiyosaki, who has a little bit of a different way of looking at things? Did you pay off your mortgage? How long did that take? Like, that's such an accomplishment. Like, getting out of debt is also a huge accomplishment. So, like, both those things, it's just like I feel like it's very freeing. So let me know how you guys are doing, and until the next video, I will talk to you all then. Bye.